Hey everyone, today we're going to be talking about 6 almost perfect concealers. Now obviously the goal with concealer is to find a concealer that brightens under the eyes, doesn't look grey or ashy, doesn't settle in any fine lines and wrinkles, stays put all day long. You know, the holy grail of concealers. Except they kind of don't exist. Well, they do exist if you apply them to certain areas of the face, but generally if we're going underneath the eyes, we're going to have trouble. But these are 6 almost perfect concealers. So let's make a start. The first one, I love this one, and bear in mind that all of these I'm going to speak about can be used all over the face as foundation as well as concealer. This is Estee Lauder Double Wear Radiant Concealer. I think this is a cracking concealer. Underneath the eyes, dot it all over the face, however you wish to use it. It has a radiant finish to the skin. It looks beautiful as base makeup when used sparingly. You can also blend this with a primer or moisturizer, as you can with pretty much all of the rest that I'm going to mention. It is such a great concealer, and I've used this throughout many of my tutorials. This is still a really great concealer. It's Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. Now the only time I don't think this is that appropriate is if you have drier skin. I actually find, even though it's a creamy concealer, it to be slightly on the drier texture. There feels to be slightly more powder, if that makes sense, in this formula than others, but it's a beautiful concealer for normal to oily or combination skin, and does look beautiful as base makeup as well. This is a great concealer, iconic London concealer, and it is a wonderful concealer. I've used this in videos all over the face, done a video dedicated to this. It's beautiful, it's radiant, it's creamy, it isn't drying, and it's beautiful on the skin. One of the best concealers. Actually, we're moving into 2 of the greatest of all time. Mercier, this is the Flawless Fusion Concealer. Again, suitable for all skin types. Creamy, beautiful, flattering finish on the skin. Looks amazing as base makeup. I love it. Before we move off that brand, Mercier, the holy grail of all concealers would be Secret Camouflage. Now, Secret Camouflage is this kind of tricky little concealer that is completely opaque and very dry. As a good example of what you can do with it, I have it on my face now, and if you use it sparingly, you can use it as an entire base makeup and nobody would even know it's there. This is great for covering the inner corners when you want more opaque coverage, because that area doesn't move. It's great on discoloration on the outside corners of the face. You've got 2 colors to blend from, so you can pick a shade if you're in between the 2. It's a very dry concealer that's used as a camouflage product on the skin, blemishes, anything that needs covering. This is an excellent concealer. I like to use this with a fluffy brush and buff it onto the inner portion of the nose and bleed it out into nothing. It's wonderful. And last, and this gets very little coverage, but it's such, and I don't mean that in terms of coverage, but in terms of media kind of coverage, this is Nude Sticks, and it is the creamy concealer. It is a great, here we go. It is a great concealer. It's got a lovely little wand to it. The whole thing is just beautiful. And again, all of these have a more radiant finish to them, apart from the Nars Creamy Concealer, which I find just is a little bit drier than all the others I mentioned. But these are my pretty much 6 of my all-time favorite concealers. But if they were all to disappear and I could only pick one, I would pick Secret Camouflage, because it just does everything. It is such a dry formula, it really is, but one of these will last you a really long time, and it really is a dry formula. So you don't want to use it like all the way underneath the eyes, and you probably can't really see that too well, but it just clings to the skin really well. It's absolutely perfect. Thanks for watching, appreciate your time, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.